Hello, guys. I'm MK Ultra, and you're watching another Blunt Reviews. Today, got some great medicine, of course. Rolled it in a blueberry Swisher Sweet. You know, like I said, blueberry Swisher Sweet is my favorite. Uh, we are, we did get some suggestions for the Dutch Master Silver, and we also got some other suggestions. Um, shout out to Shout out to our biggest fans, Melissa. If you are watching this, shout out. Um, this one is for you, okay? And you'll notice that there's something missing in it that you didn't like. So, anyways, like and subscribe, guys. Update: Blunt Watch. Um, I'm hearing down the pipes that Jacksonville Beach, it's $100 fine. It's pretty much a court date, $100 fine. So it's like maybe like $500 maximum right now. Still, it's kind of a large penalty. You're not going to jail. It's you're just going to court. In a lot of these cases. However, the police officers can still be a meanie head and still take you to jail if he wants to for any amount of it. So that's what we're trying to fix, guys. But like I said, this is a step to decriminalization. It's a step, small baby steps. It's fun. You gotta crawl before you walk before you run. I guess. I think you have to walk before you run. Now, I've heard some people run before they walk, or run before they, can learn how to walk very well. But we're gonna spark this up today. So again, green ogre. That's the strain. High yielding THC, the usual. Um, I really don't have anything to talk about today. Everything's going great. Right now, we're trying to, in my community, we're trying to start a community garden. So maybe that's what we'll talk about. We'll just talk about the importance of being in your community, and doing good deeds, doing good work. Whether it just be your neighbor calls you to watch his house while he goes out. Me personally, I'll take my big 140, 150 pound Rottweiler along with my knife. I carry a big machete on my side as well. I'm a big dude. I got a big Rottweiler. Got a big, I need a big knife, and I also need a big gun. But I take him down for however long. I'll sit in front of the house. I'll just stand, walk around the house. Any neighbor that asks me to do that, I'll do that. Any neighbor. Last night I walked up and down the road about 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, with my dog and my knife, just to let people know that there's somebody out there, always looking, because that's what we need. This notion of we're just gonna move in beside each other and we're never gonna talk or anything like that. It needs to quit. It needs to completely quit. It needs to stop, because we're lacking humanity now. This is what we're finding. This is what that is. We're lacking humanity. When I move in, when somebody moves in next door to me or in my neighborhood, I'm one of the first people that they see, because I'm knocking at the door to say hello and introduce myself, because that's what neighbors do. And this is a community, and as a community, we not only protect each other, but we help each other work and strive to be better people in the community, so that our community can grow and flourish, and correct knowledge, can be passed down successively, because that's also what we're lacking. It's like less and less people are passing things down to their children, and if they are passing them things down, it's all the wrong things. You stop passing down Jordans. You know what I mean. Invest in something else for your children. Invest in something else for your community. Invest in your community. You don't have to have money to invest in your community. All you have to have is time. Any amount of time will do it. Any amount of time. I get out there almost every day and just walk around talking to people, telling people, hey, our community specifically lacks a neighborhood association. And to get a community garden, if you guys are into local community, stuff, local government, you really have to have a neighborhood association, a group of those 5 to 10 people, including the president, secretary, and all of that, to get all of this done, to be able to get the attention of your local representatives. Reggie Gaffney, people like that, I know I mentioned, Corrine Brown, all of them, Rick Scott, our governor. This is how you get their attention, is by getting in the community. I was thinking the other day that what if we came up with a new system of government where everybody is involved in government? Not like they are now, because of democracy, you're still involved in government. You're still involved in the voting process. Argue out whatever you want, your votes don't count, whatever, it doesn't matter. You're still involved in the voting process, or you're led on to believe that you're still involved in the voting process. So what if we actually had people who were not only involved, or whole communities that were not only involved in local government and federal government, but what if we had people who actually, if we gave everybody a spot in the local government? You had a job, one job, didn't you have to have however many jobs you can handle, at least one job, do it in the community. If your skill is, mowing the grass, somebody asks, hey man, I can't do it today, and I really need my grass mowed. Do you think you could come down and do it? Do it for him, selflessly. You want him to do the same thing for you. I would want that. And that's how these communities that you see out in Burbank, California, and that you see out in Oregon and Seattle, that's how these communities with these large community gardens and these large organizations who do great things for their community, that's how they pop up. What we're seeing in Jacksonville right now is a whole bunch of people who don't care. Instead of, I've said it before, instead of solving the problem and facing the problem head on, you run to another city, specifically Callahan, Fernandina, or Yulee. Sometimes even Middleburg, which is way out. My point being is that when you run, take Palatka. You think Palatka is out in the middle of nowhere. It is. And there's a lot of cities or towns in between Willaca, Palatka, what county is that? Putnam County. There's a lot of cities in that county. There's small cities, and each one completely different. You bring these communities together instead of what's going on right now with methamphetamines, Roxys, Oxycontin, methadone, all that, which is the big problem in Putnam County right now. You just moved. You thought you were moving out to the middle of nowhere. You just moved to somebody else's problem. A different type of problem. Same type of problem, because I promise you, getting shot here in Jacksonville, you are just the same. You are just as likely for that to show up at your front door in some other city. All what matters is that hopefully it's your home, but you settle down and you fix your community. Instead of complaining about what is going on, you get out in your community and you fix it. Whatever problem that is, sit down, come up with a flow chart, however you want to do it, figure out the root cause of your problem, of your community's problem, and that takes some footwork, knocking on doors, talking to people, telling people your name, telling people what you represent and what you want to do and your vision, and people will get behind you. If your vision is a noble vision, people will get behind you. The vision I have right now for my community is a noble vision, and I have some people getting behind me because they believe in the same thing. Like I said, my community doesn't have a neighborhood association. This is what I'm trying to start, as a neighborhood association. Not necessarily a housing, association where you pay fees and things like that. I'm talking about a neighborhood association so that we can beautify our community and bring the community together. Because right now, what's happening is our community is being split right down the middle. Trump election, racial divide, all sorts of, if we can have that one common ground, a community garden, like I said, we'll just use that as an example. We could just have one common ground, like a community garden, where everybody, black, white, Chinese, everybody, Native American, came, learned how to grow food, grew their food, because that's universal. That's a universal language. Growing is a universal language. Like love. Because in growing, it takes love. And so when you're spreading that type of love, other people are going to receive that and want to reciprocate that. Because they see that it feels good, it looks good, their community looks good, their community feels good. There's no shootings anymore because the kids who are doing the shootings are now at the community garden trying to figure out how to grow these bomb tomatoes. They're at the community garden trying to figure out how their mom can stop paying $2.99 per squash. They're at the community garden trying to figure out how we're going to get eggs. How are we going to pull the permits, the $200 and some odd permit, and then go stand in line for hours with the other people in Jacksonville to get the permit to get chickens? They're not out on the street waving guns at people. They're listening to their friends like, yo, man, bro, this is news spot, man. Everybody's hanging out, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's kind of, it's real low key, there's a lot of community people here, but man, good food, dude, everybody's nice. This is the type of environment you want to reciprocate in your community. If you could build a bench, go build a bench and put it in the middle, in the median. Other people will start to do the same thing. Drive past like, I didn't notice that bench before. And you walk up to it, and you see it's got like a little sign on it, donated by such and such, this neighbor. Man, I'm not even gonna lie. If I seen something like that, I'm gonna go out and start, start doing a little something. Maybe I might go over there and drop some potting soil and put some flowers down around around it. Shoot, maybe I'll go and get some cuttings off a pecan tree or something like that. In a barren area where somebody donated that, where one of our neighbors donated that, and drop a pecan tree next to it so it gets shade later on. It's beautiful. These are the types of things that we need to be doing in our community to bring us together. Hate on that all you want. Hate on me all you want. Get upset with me because I, throw my opinions out there. They're just my opinions. They're just my opinions. I'm not an expert on anything. I don't feel like I'm an expert on anything. Except for maybe cannabis. And even then, I'm not really that big of an expert. There are people out there that know way more than me. I'm just a person trying to change the crap around me. That's what it is, crap. And it's the root cause of stress. And with stress comes inflammation. And with inflammation comes sickness and cancer and heart disease. And you don't even realize that your community is causing your inflammation or causing your stress, which in turn causes inflammation, which in turn causes heart disease or blah, 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 whatever, you know what I'm saying? This is where it all comes from, is inflammation. No, I'm jumping from topic to topic, but it all goes into one thing. If we fix this inflammation in our community, this inflammation of racism, this inflammation of racial divide, you know what I'm saying? Just the inflammation of, that's what's really what it is, the inflammation of divide, of the division of people. If we can stop that, lessen that, we'll start to see things change, guys. I'm doing my part. It's really easy for you to get out there and do your part. Doesn't take very much. I'm a regular person, a regular dude, regular life. And, I still get out there and try to do my part. I smoke cannabis. I go out there and I try to make my community a better place to live. Because at this current moment, it's not a great place to live. It's a good place to live. It's still my city. It's got some work. So, Jacksonville residents, Jacksonville people, Callahan people, Fernandina people, Palatka people, Willatka people, everybody, Orange County, Palm Beach, all of y'all, get out of your community, do something. And this is coming straight from MK Ultra. One of the chillest dudes you will meet. Get out there, do something. I'm doing my part. It's time for you to do your part. I'm MK Ultra, and you've been watching another Blunt Reviews, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. I love you.